Good evening, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. We're back with more West of Loathing! I hope that everyone is having a phenomenal weekend so far. We're starting a little earlier than usual since I'm not at work and I can do what I want. Tonight is almost likely this time going to be um, the last part of West of Loathing. Because we've pretty much hit most of the end game content, and it's at the point now where it feels like it's going to be super grindtastic to beat any of the other fights, including the DLC. We'll dick around a little bit more because I want to get into that clown show that I won the ticket for. We still need to try and figure out the name of the ghost lady's granddaughter, I think. Um, we'll give we'll give the cultists and the spiders one more shot, but I'm not gonna stress out too much if I'm not able to wrap those up because we've seen most of what I want to see, I think. Which means depending on how long it takes for me to hit that point of I've had enough grinding and we're done here. We'll either start Shadows over Loathing tonight, or that'll be tomorrow's stream. But that means that I need your help because I need to know what I'm gonna play after we're done with the Kingdom of Loathing games, and that's where y'all come in. I have set up a poll in my Discord of 5 games that you guys can vote on. I've had Jeeves throw the link to my Discord in that chat for us, so if you're not already in there, come say hey and join the chaos. The 5 games that I've got for you to vote on right now are Untitled Goose Game, Spirit Tea, Stardew Valley, A Hat in Time, and Stray. And that poll will be open until I finish Shadows over Loathing, at which point, whichever game has the most votes will be what I play next. Currently, Stardew Valley and Spirit Tea are tied for first place with 5 votes apiece. If you want to vote for more than one, you're more than welcome. You're just gonna hit the little react button for which game you like. Because I think they're all going to be really good games, and they're all going to basically be first-time playthroughs. I've played maybe an hour of Stardew Valley, so, and that was with someone else, so I haven't really seen any of the story to the game or anything like that. And the other 4, I haven't played any of them at all. I know nothing about them. Like, I know nothing of the gameplay. I'm familiar with the games, but I haven't played them at all, so they're going to be blind playthroughs. So if you would like your voice to be heard on the matter, you should join the Discord and pop a little vote, so I know what you guys want to see me play. Um, as per usual, if you can hear my fan, no, you can't. We I'm hoping that today is the last day of the heat for a couple of days to give us a bit of a break, but as usual, we're gonna let her do her job and we're not gonna worry about it. But I am pretty much set to rock and roll. I've got my beverages, I've got some Timbits. Tonight's stream is sponsored, not sponsored, by more sparkling peach iced tea, as you do. And I've got a Red Bull as well. It's Juneberry? I don't know, the can was blue and I thought that was pretty, so that was the one that I picked up. I picked up this one and then I've got one for tomorrow as well. We'll just give that a crack. Is our ASMR for the evening. But I don't have to be up early. And it's my day off, so I feel like we should just get into it. saying gameplay starts at 9 minutes for VOD posterity, that thing I forgot to do last night. Oops. And I think it's time to get into it, yeah? So we're gonna go bink, bink. And we're gonna continue. Where am I? Oh, right, okay. What was that little mission again? What? You notice a campsite off in the distance that appears to have been very comprehensively trampled to ruin. You discovered the destroyed campsite. This knapsack seems like it's taken a lot of abuse recently. Most of the contents are trashed from being stomped on. You do find a dented can of potted meat, though. You also notice that the knapsack has a knife sheath strapped to the side, but you don't see the knife anywhere. This tent is a real mess. It looks like it was trampled by a whole herd of cows. There's something odd about it, though. This campfire has been thoroughly stomped on and kicked. Someone was real serious about fire safety. Yikes. You think maybe this used to be a person? This human is popped. Gary did not know a human is to popping. No, we don't. Not in the sense I think you mean, anyways. This meat. It is a very large all of it. A human contains all of this? Well, yeah. Ugh, I could not bear to carrying all of that. So squishy. I don't think we need the cult mask anymore. Not for now. There are cow tracks leading away from the mangled corpse. It probably wouldn't be hard to follow them. You follow the cow tracks for 100 yards or so, after which they stop suddenly. There doesn't seem to be anything of interest nearby. There shouldn't be anything here anymore, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, this was like the fake town. Off to the side of the trail, you spot a little cluster of gin blossoms. It's strange to see them growing so far away from Allison Road, which is their native habitat. You squeeze as much gin from the blossoms as you can manage without damaging the plant. Sure, why not? Oh, you sell medical supplies. We have duplicates of the weird workout clothes. A nearby cloud of dust turns out to be a bandit on a horse riding hell for leather for unknown reasons. Well, I know them, but you don't. You pull your horse up alongside hers and match your speed. Hi, what's up? Where's the fire? Get bent and or lost. Fuck you. Trick her out of her boots. Listen, those nice boots of yours are getting covered with dust from all this hard riding. Fortunately, I'm running a horseback shoe shine. Horseback shoe shine? That's fun to say, but it don't make a lick of sense. Sure it does. You don't need your boots on when you're riding, so it's the perfect opportunity. Just 2 meet and I'll shine 'em up real nice for you. That's a pretty good deal. Okay. She reaches down and pulls off her boots and hands them to you, whereupon you haul on your reins, wheeling your horse around and galloping away in the opposite direction. By the time the bandit realizes what's happened, it's far too late for her to catch up to you. Got hightailing boots. I don't think there's anything else I can do here. Some flock noises lead you to the sight of a goblin chopping down a large cactus. When it sees you, it waves his axe at you threateningly and makes some angry-sounding noises. Hey, it's a human person! Hey, human person, away to going! It's my cactus, that's mine, and not yours. Talk to it. Hello? Hello, how are you? I will not your cactus taking. Good, yes, good, hello. Why are you to chopping a cactus down? Why? What a lot of uses. To building, to burning, to eating little toothpicks. Would you like some help to cutting these down? Yes, I to thanking. Help, yes, and meat to paying you. Great, you'll have to show me what to do first. To doing. The goblin chops down a cactus to demonstrate, but you don't think you've quite got the idea, so you have him chop down another one. And another one. By the time you think you understand, all the cacti are cut. Fortunately, he paid you in advance. Aww. Since you have reason to believe these tracks may be a fake, you could either follow them or head in the opposite direction. You head in the opposite direction for about half a mile and discover another campsite. This one occupied. You observe the campers carefully from a distance before approaching. Considering that they're dressed as rodeo clowns for some reason, you're a little hesitant about approaching at all. There doesn't even seem to be a rodeo anywhere nearby. Why would they do that? What? This rodeo clown is playing a harmonica. The tune he's playing basically goes doo 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 doo. Hi. He nods politely but keeps playing. This rodeo clown is eating a comically large haunch of meat. He narrows his eyes at you as if to say, mine. This clown is idly juggling a knife. Howdy, stranger, he says with a smile. You again? Howdy. You guys are a long way from the circus. You know about our circus? Yeah, Barnaby Bob's Traveling Circus something, right? Up north? Barnaby Bob's Perfectly Normal Traveling Circus Sideshow. That's the one. It's way up north, though. What are you guys doing all the way down here? The clowns exchange glances. Camping. You can tell by the campfire. No, what I mean is, why are you guys camping all the way down here so far from home? Oh, well, we're on break, so we decided to take in the sights. What sights? This is the middle of nowhere. Nonsense. Check out those cactuses over there, and those mountains, and, well, all this sand. Plenty of things to see. Wait a minute. You guys walked all the way down here from the northernmost part of the territory for sightseeing? On your break? We get really long breaks. We have a good union. Uh-huh. Do you know anything about that wrecked camp nearby? The clown with the meat chuckles quietly. Somebody's camp got wrecked? Why, that's terrible. Whatever happened? Well, it looks like the work of cows. You know, now that you mention it, we did hear quite a ruckus coming from not too far away. A lot of, you know, mooing and so on, right boys? The other two clowns nod in agreement. You guys know a lot about cows, right? Now, why would you assume that? Just because we're clowns? Well, I figured it comes with the territory. It's been a good 20 years since rodeo was an actual thing, you know? So why do you dress that way? Dress? Oh, well, it's traditional after all. Isn't it inconvenient? How do you mean? The makeup and the baggy clothes and all. Wait, don't you take the costume off between shows? Well, you might say we're used to it. Taking it off would be more convenient, right, fellas? The other two clowns chuckle. Well, it must be hard to talk to people when they're all creeped out. Oh, do you think we're creepy? He leers at you, showing yellow teeth. In the flickering light of the campfire, they almost look pointed. Relax, partner. That's just the old stories getting you worked up. You mean the old stories about how demon cows and demon clowns war against each other in hell? And rodeo clowns dressed like that because the rodeos were sort of like reenactments of those battles? You've done your homework. So, what do you think? Are demon clowns real? Well, I guess maybe. The demon cows turned out to be real after all, so why not the clowns too? The clown smiles, but his eyes are hard. It's sensible to keep an open mind. But you know, stranger, if clowns did turn out to be real, this could be an awful awkward predicament you find yourself in right now, couldn't it? Are we gonna fight the clowns? Should we fight the clowns? Yeah, fuck these clowns. Awkward for you, clown. Oh, dearie dear. Well now, if you go and say things like that, you know we can't let you leave here alive. Right, stranger? Bring it on, freak show! Oh, you're fucking creepy. Oh, fuck. Good job, Gary. Well, that's one pack of demonic rodeo clowns that won't be troubling people anymore. And boy, you did not expect to be thinking that sentence today. You poke around the campsite for a bit, but don't find anything of value apart from the leader's knife and a ticket to the circus. Well, the harmonica maybe, but that clown had his lips all over it. You got clown knife and circus tickets. You also find a note in one of the lead clown's pockets. Ugh. It seems to be orders to check out an abandoned tannery not far from Dirtwater. It's probably a bad idea to let these guys wander around near town, so you should investigate it. You discovered Danny's Tannery. You find a pair of binoculars hanging on a passing cactus. I mean, a cactus you're passing, not a cactus that's passing you. It only looked like it was passing you because of your frame of reference. These will come in handy. They will also come in pairs, because otherwise they wouldn't be binoculars. It sounds like there's a lot of fighting going on inside the tannery, except instead of the regular fighting sounds you're used to, like shouting and gunfire and chairs being broken over people's backs, you hear a lot of ghostly bellowing and shrill, cackling laughter. It sounds like a real bad scene, in other words. As you enter the tannery, the second thing you notice is that the place has been abandoned for years, probably since the cows came home. A lot of the equipment is wrecked, and all of it is covered with dust. The first thing that you notice is there's a bunch of rodeo clowns in here fighting with... well, they aren't cows exactly. They're more like the possessed skins of cows. That's a little strange, because you've seen people wearing, for example, cow leather chaps, and you've never seen anyone being attacked by their chaps. Maybe there's something about the tanning process that makes the leather impervious to possession, and these cow ghost whatevers are untanned hides? In any case, the clowns and the cows seem preoccupied enough with their fighting that they haven't noticed you. At least not yet. door is locked, which is probably just as well considering the ruckus you hear on the other side of it. We're gonna have to fight our way through to get the keys, aren't we? As you approach the clown and weird cow leather ghost thing, they take notice of you and stop fighting while they process this new development. The clown, fortunately, seems to decide he hates cows more than he hates you. The cow, unfortunately, decides it hates you more. Hate it right back. And then we're gonna have to fight the clown, aren't we? You beat the cow, but the enemy of your enemy is apparently not your friend because the clown decides it's his turn to be on the right side of the screen. Okay. Well, that's one clown and one cow down. You hear a lot more fighting going on in the rest of the tannery though, so that pat in the back will have to wait till later. Looks like you found an old toolbox. Besides the miscellaneous scraps and junk that naturally accumulate in toolboxes, you find a handful of nails and a pair of sizable, sharp, and serious-looking scissors. Red Bull. I'm not sure if that accurately tastes like a Juneberry, but you know what? It's caffeine, it's cold, and it's bubbly, so I'm not mad. Your attempt to sneak up on the cows fails, assuming you were even sneaking and not just moseying over. The cows appear all too willing to add your face to the list of faces they hate and turn their attention from the clowns who jump on this opportunity to get the jump on their enemies. Join the fracas. True to form, the clowns who were on your side in that fight betray you. Fucking clowns. It feels kind of strange to be fighting alongside demonic clowns, but I guess war makes strange bedfellows. Ugh. Please ignore the fact that I just used demonic clowns and bedfellows in the same sentence. Whoops. TKO Mike! Hello! How are you? Welcome in! How's your day been? The scene has the makings of a real brawl. Not only does one of the clowns have a nasty look in his eye, nastier than typical, I mean, but one of the possessed cowhides is stretched on a tanning frame, which makes it stronger, I assume? Doing good. Sorry I'm late. No apologies needed, and you're not late. You're right on time. You arrived precisely when you meant to. And I started a little early tonight. So, no. You come in when you come in. If you can hang out, amazing. I'm happy to have you. But life comes first, so no worries. We're gonna shoot nanny you. Actually, I don't want to deal with you. Good job, Gary. Guess what? The clowns turn on you after the cows are all dead. This is not surprising. Fuck you. Fuck you. And fuck you. What a mess that fight was. And what a mess the floor is afterward. Well, at least now you're free to poke around the scenery. I leveled up Shoot Nanny. Shoot Nanny's kind of useless, to be honest. I'm a little mad about it. You take that nasty clown's knife, and oh, look! They also had a key. A varmint skin and knife. I already have one, and the tannery back door. I already have that. This body must have been laying here since the cows came home. There isn't much left of them. This body must have been lying here since the cows came home. There isn't much left of him. You poke around in the tattered shreds of his clothes and find an old key. Tannery Saint Rage key. What? Pile of loose boards. It's a crate. Amazing. Amazing. But how's the rest of your weekend been, TKO? I hope it's been good. The store is locked, but the key you found on that clown looks like it'll probably fit. If you're sure you want to go in there, it sounds like one hell of a fight is happening. Yeah, I want a piece of this. Oh boy, oh geez, this is not a good situation to be in. You quickly hide behind some old tanned hides. Is that why they're called that? There are 3 clowns out here, each armed with a nasty-looking knife. One of them is licking his knife, and the sound makes you think maybe he is literally sharpening the blade on his tongue. They are facing down 2 of the stretched hide cows, and a monstrous thing that looks like an entire cow skeleton draped in flayed cow skin. I bet you lot think you're real clever, breaking through to the human plane. Did you think we wouldn't follow you? Moo. Did you think you'd find a weapon here to use against us, or are you just trying to escape? Moo! What? You take that back. None of them seem to have noticed you. It looks like you could sneak back through the door if you're really careful. But you see, I don't want to be really careful. When they see you, the clowns and cows stop hissing and mooing and posturing at each other. Hey, who the hell are you? Candygram? Moo! Uh-oh. Now's our chance. Get him! Okay. Who has the most health? 1 or 2. Oh, like, none of you. We'll shoot Nanny you then. Or fan hammer, not shoot Nanny. As predictable as ever, the clowns turn on you once you've helped them defeat the cows. It's a good thing the clowns hate cows more than they hate humans, or that fight could have gone way worse. Fortunately, it seems pretty unlikely that you'll run into any more animated leather-clad cow skeletons on your adventure. Right? Hooray! You approach the hide warily. Looks like it was too tan to be possessed? This must be a storage shed. It's locked, but maybe the key you found could open it. Ooh. Build a crate. Hi. There's a guy back here hiding behind a barrel. He isn't very good at talking. Hello? Oh, thank God. You aren't one of those horrible clowns. Nope, I'm Raine. Raine Twitch TV. I'm Grady Tanner. It's a good thing you arrived. I couldn't have held out for much longer. Are you actually a Tanner, or is that just your surname? Well, both? What are you doing in here? Hiding. What I mean is, why are you hiding in here? Because I don't want to die. Okay, look, what's your story? Well, I was scavenging for tanning materials. Cow's bane ain't as easy to get a hold of as it was back in the old days. But while I was searching, those cows showed up, and then those clowns showed up, so I locked myself in here to hide. What's cow's bane? It's an herb used for tanning leather. You can't grow it in large batches anymore because cows show up and wreck the place, so there's other stuff we generally use for pig leather and so on. It's not as good though. Cows wreck your herb gardens? Yeah, if you're growing more than about a flower pot's worth, they get wind of it somehow. They hate the stuff. Can't figure why. Here, I've got a few extra seeds you can have. Be careful with them. How long have you been in here? 3 or 4 days. I'm starving. Cow's bane's poisonous, so I've been chewing on this old leather hat for sustenance. Seriously? Yep. Want some? No. I took care of the clowns and cows, so consider yourself rescued. Wonderful. Thank you. As soon as I get a new shop set up, you can count on me for any leather goods you need. And first one's on the house. You wouldn't happen to know where I might be able to set up a new shop, would you? What happened to your old shop? Care to guess? Cows? Yep. There's an empty lot in Darkwater you could probably use. Great, I'll head right there. Thanks a million, partner. I owe you one. Interesting. Okay. Well, I suppose we might as well check out the new shop. Aw. Cool. Serpentine ring? Ah. More snakes. Brady's fine leather goods. Well, hey there, Raine. Welcome to my shop. Looks like you've gotten yourself set up pretty nicely. Sure have. Here, let me give you a little something as thanks for helping me out. Have a sharpening strop on the house. Aw, thanks. Just let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. What you got? Inflexible chaps. Already. You have a run-in with the worst smelling snake you've ever seen. It's basically a cartoon stink line come to life. Fuck it up. Wait, that's... Not only is the clown you gone, you don't show a reflection at all. Howdy, miss. Welcome to the sideshow. Thanks. What's to see in here? Well, down to the left we have our collection of spooky warped mirrors. Right here we have exhibits of clown eggs and pickled punks, and further down to the right is our freak show. Feel free to explore, and I'll be here if you got any questions. I have a question. About these, people. You mean the freaks? Ain't they a scream? The one with the giant eyeball head is my favorite. Nice quiet fella. If you have any questions about the other two, feel free to ask them personally. I wouldn't want to be telling tales out of school. Since the eye guy can't talk, though, you can ask me about him if you like. Does he ever... Okay. What can you tell me about him? Not much, I'm afraid, to be honest. He joined us about a year ago, maybe a little less. Where'd he come from? No idea. Weird, ain't it? You think fella looks like that, you'd have read about him in all the papers, right? Well, yeah. Sure is mysterious. How'd he get like that? Couldn't tell ya. I bet you've got a theory at least. Well, maybe he saw something no human fella should ever see. Why is he locked to his chair? You noticed that, did ya? Real shame, that is. Fella's a bit unpredictable. Has a violent spell every once in a while. Gosh, don't you worry none. I'm keeping an eye on him. Does he ever blink? You mean wink? Nope. No eyelids. I gotta toss a bucket of water over him once in a while so we don't get too dry. He does look a bit dry now that you mention it. Yeah, it's getting about that time. Excuse me for a minute. You see several shelves full of egg whites, of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says, "Clown eggs." In the circus community, it is traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in the circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent and the ticket seller clown out front. Hey, wait a minute. Here's the egg for that balloon selling clown. Didn't he tell you there's another guy wearing the same makeup? According to this sign, that seems unlikely. Since the clown's distracted, you take the opportunity to get a closer look at the eggs. You noticed 3 things about them. Firstly, they're too large to be chicken eggs. You have no idea what kind of eggs they are. Secondly, they've all been broken and then very meticulously glued back together. They almost look like they've been reassembled after something hatched out of them. And thirdly, one of the eggs features a pattern of red triangles that you recognize. It's the same as the clown version of yourself that you saw in the mirror earlier. You quickly step back as the guard clown returns. He gives you a fair amount of side-eye, but doesn't say anything. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde, a 3-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of a snake without a head or tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face in an apparent parody of clown makeup. Ugh. You lean in closer to inspect the gross thing. Despite what the clown said, it certainly looks real. Whoever made it did an excellent and disgusting job. Peeking surreptitiously under the shelf, you don't see any evidence of an electromagnet or any other such device. Hi, miss. Anything I can do for you? Yeah. Earlier, you told me that there's another clown with the same face paint. That's right, the other balloon seller. Oh, except I looked at the clown eggs display in the sideshow. There's only one egg with that pattern, and it's supposedly taboo for a clown to use another clown's makeup? Say, you're real sharp. Better watch you don't cut yourself. So, what's the deal? You're right. There's just me. I walk around the midway and sell balloons at both ends. When people ask, I like to have a little fun with them. So, you're not actually following me around? Why would I need to do that? You aren't dangerous or anything, right? Right. Anything else I can do for you? The clown blows his slide whistle again as you approach. Whee! Step right up, miss. Step up and try one of the world's newest candy sensations. How do you make it? How do you make it? He pats a metal box with a wide funnel coming out of the top. This little machine right here. Can't tell you how it works, as much as I'd like to brag. It's trade secret. You invented it? Not as such. A couple dentists down south were the first ones. Dentists, go figure. Fwee! But after hearing about it, I managed to figure out how it works. Made a few improvements with my design, too. How much does it cost? The clown blows his slide whistle again as you approach. Fwee! Step right up, miss. Step up and try one of the world's newest candy sensations. What is it? Cotton candy, the finest in several senses of the word. Spun sugar, created through a revolutionary new process. It's so light and sweet and fluffy, it's like eating butterfly dreams and kitten wishes. Fwee! So it isn't actually made of cotton? No, cotton is indigestible, no matter how much chocolate you cover it with. Found that out the hard way, did you? Fwee! How do you make it? Okay, now I'm really curious. Sorry, miss. These secrets in this box are for nobody's eyes but my own. I'd be happy to sell you some cotton candy, though. Had a man. Care to treat yourself to an ice-cold soft drink? You said you were selling them in bottles? That's right. Got the newfangled crown cork bottle caps and all. What kinds do you have? I've got root beer, ginger beer, and sarsaparilla. How on? I don't know how that's pronounced. About celery? Nope. How about energy drinks? Nope. How about orange? Nope. How about lemonade? Nope. How about vanilla? Nope. How about key lime? Nope. Celery? Nope. How about strawberry? Nope. How about diet plain tap water? Nope. How about plain tap water? Nope. Cherry grape? Orange cream? Strawberry iced tea? Do you make the drinks yourself? How much are they? The clown grins and gestures at the little charcoal girl behind him. Howdy, ma'am. Interest you in a hot foot-long sausage? What are they made of? What do you mean? They're pork. What else do you make a sausage out of? Regular pork? Or long pork? The clown gives you a long, chilly look. I'm sure I don't know what you're implying, ma'am. Panda! Hello! Welcome in! How's your day been? How you doing? Oh. Why am I sore? Oh no, that sucks. The clown crosses his arms and grunts when you approach. ticket. Please. Ticket for what? Barnaby Bob's Stunt Spectacular. What's that? The boss does a show. Yes. Yeah. What kind of show? Knife tricks, mostly. Here's my ticket. Okay, go on in. Show'll start soon. Oh, I can be in. Okay. This is the same muscular clown that was guarding the entrance to the stage area earlier. It doesn't look like he's going to let you backstage. Doing alright. Still grieving over my friend that passed. She was a voice actor. She voiced Misty and Jessie in Pokemon. You knew them personally? I'm so sorry. I saw something about them passing away. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss, Panda. You take a seat, and a smattering of other patrons appear and sit down as well. After a minute or two, there's a crash of cymbals, and a clown runs in from the backstage curtain and jumps up onto the stage. In contrast to the other clown's colorful clothing, he's relatively simple. Black wool trousers and a bright crimson shirt under a pale tan leather jacket with fringe on the sleeves and a red heart painted on the shoulder. His face paint is plain white without any color accents, contrasting his curled black mustache and thin goatee. A snappy silk top hat with a rakish tilt tops off his outfit. He doffs his hat and bows with a deep, theatrical flourish, and the small audience claps politely. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and welcome one and all to Barnaby Bob's Perfectly Normal Traveling Circus Sideshow. I hope you've been enjoying the attractions and distractions of our little traveling carnival. And now it's time for our star performance, the main attraction. Ladies and gents, put your hands together for... A loud drum roll starts as he gestures to the curtain, and then the cymbals crash again. The clown puts his hat back on with a chuckle. Me, Barnaby Bob. Much obliged, much obliged. You are far too kind. Why, I haven't even shown you anything yet. With a laugh, he flips a large Bowie knife into the air. You didn't even see where he pulled it from. The knife glitters as it spins. He catches it and flips it in the air again, this time catching and balancing it on its point, on the tip of one finger. He holds that pose very still for a moment, then jerks his hand out of the way. The knife thunks into the wood of the stage floor, deep enough that he has to give it a jerk from side to side before he can yank the blade free. He winks broadly to the audience. Wouldn't be any fun if they weren't sharp, would it, ladies and gents? He pulls 2 more knives from his jacket and begins a flashy and elaborate knife juggling act. 3 spinning blades somehow turn into 4, and then his hat is added into the mix, floating lightly through the cascade of knives without a single scratch. He finishes the routine by catching 2 of the knives in each hand and allowing his hat to fall nearly to the ground before catching it on the tip of his boot and kicking it back into the air and onto the top of his head. Applaud. Ah, now there's some applause I believe I've earned. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it took a lot of hats to get to where I am today. He chuckles as he adjusts his hat back into its original rakish tilt. It's Sora! Hello! Welcome in. How are you? How's your day been? Now, for the grand finale. For this, I'll need a volunteer from the audience. A few hands go up. Barnaby Bob ignores them and looks directly at you. How about you, madam? Now, don't be shy. We're all friends here, right? Come on up onto the stage. You hesitate, but Barnaby Bob starts up a round of applause and the audience joins in. Reluctantly, you climb up onto the stage. There we go. Not so bad, is it? Your name, please? Raine, Twitch TV. It's a real pleasure to finally meet you, Raine Marshall, Twitch TV. Stay right here, won't you? Oh no, he knows who we are. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A couple of clowns haul a large wooden panel about 7 feet tall and 4 feet wide up onto the stage. They stand it up vertically behind you and stay there holding it steady. It has 2 holes in it slightly above waist level and a lot of knife marks. Press your back flat up against the wood, please, and put your hands through the holes. You do so. The holes are just a fraction too high, so it's not very comfortable. And then one of the clowns pulls your arms back tighter and ties them together with rough hemp, so it becomes much more uncomfortable, for a variety of reasons. Don't worry, this is just to make sure you don't make any sudden and unexpected movements. We wouldn't want that, would we? Fret not, miss. Everything's under control. He steps up close to you and adjusts your collar, brushes a little dust off your shoulders. My control. You know, Raine, we get a sharp customer through here from time to time, but my, you're the sharpest I've seen yet. However, I'd bet a shiny silver dollar I've got something up my sleeve that's even sharper. His pupils narrow to vertical slits as he grins at you, revealing rows of pointed yellow shark teeth. As he turns away, you can see that the heart on the shoulder of his leather jacket is drawn with an arrow through it and the word Mom. It doesn't look painted on. You struggle a little, but your arms are too tightly bound. The rough hemp rope digs into your wrists. Barnaby Bob strolls to the other end of the stage and turns to face you. Now, don't you worry. This will all be over soon. Just don't move. He has a knife in his hand again and gives it a few twirls and flips. Light reflected from the blade glitters in his eyes. Then, without warning, he hurls it at you. Thunk. The knife hits the wood before you can even blink, a hair's breadth away from your left ear. Stare him down. Barnaby Bob grins at you as the crowd applauds. Another knife appears in one hand and an apple in the other. He tosses the apple to one of the stagehands, who carefully balances it on the top of your head. Time for the old William Tell routine. A bit of a cliche, perhaps, but there's a reason it's a classic, eh, ladies and gentlemen? The crowd watches with rapt attention as he flourishes the knife, spinning it and flipping it behind his back. Then, faster than you can register, buck! Cold apple juice dribbles into your hair and down the back of your neck. 2 for 2. What do you say, Raine? Shall we go for one more? Some not. Barnaby Bob pulls out another knife and gives it a quick stropping across the pale leather sleeve of his jacket, then whips a colorful spotted handkerchief from his pocket and blindfolds himself. This time, his smile is much colder. I advise you to watch closely, Raine Twitch TV, since you're the only one of us who can. The crowd laughs, but you don't really hear it. The knife spins in his hand. This time, either because of the adrenaline or because he's actually moving slower, you can see the motion of his arm as he throws it. He twists his wrist in an odd way that you don't think he did before. The knife is flying at you. The knife is flying directly at your right eye. The knife, incredibly, swerves at the last possible moment. Thunk! You can feel the wood shake from the force as it stabs into the board. The metal is cold against your right cheek. The audience erupts into cheers as Barnaby Bob removes his blindfold and pumps a fist triumphantly. One of the stagehand clowns unties your wrists and helps you get your arms out of the holes. Bob takes your hand and raises it into the air victoriously. Well now, ain't she a good sport, folks? And as brave a target as I've ever had. Take a bow, Raine Twitch TV. You bow to the cheering crowd, carefully keeping your eyes on Barnaby Bob. He bows as well, removing his hat with an elaborate flourish, and then he takes a slip of paper out of it. As a token of appreciation, I'd like to give our star volunteer a gift. A year's supply of dynamite. Use it in good health. As he hands you the coupon, the clown leans in close to your ear and whispers, "This is the only warning you'll get, girl." Got an item, a coupon for a year's supply of dynamite. Barnaby Bob waves and blows kisses to the crowd as you climb down from the stage, and then he disappears through the backstage curtain. The audience gradually disperses. Oh, that was a trip. You ain't gonna let me through, are ya? Wait, you did let me through. The muscular clown stares at you but makes no move to stop your progress. A year's supply of dynamite. Can I get that at, like... Someone's left a bundle of dynamite on the ground. You approach it cautiously, verifying that it's neither wired to a detonator nor connected to an actively sparking fuse. What an odd and dangerous thing for someone to leave lying around. Sure, why not? Barnaby Bob gave you this coupon for a year's supply of dynamite. How did he know? Just one stick a week. The wagon is old but well maintained. A brass plaque on the door reads, Barnaby Bob, confirming your suspicions. You knock on the door. Come on in, Barnaby calls. You? Here, I thought I made myself perfectly clear the last time we met, and yet you knock politely and walk straight into the lion's mouth. You are either extremely brave or extraordinarily foolish, girl. Both, I might hazard to guess. I've got some questions that need answered. And you think I'm going to answer them? If I didn't find you amusing, I'd have vanished you off the face of this earth for what little you know already. I appreciate that, but I can't just leave this situation unresolved. What curiosity did to the cat is going to seem like a Sunday picnic compared to what I'll do to you if you anger me, Missy. Go ahead and ask your questions, but bear in mind, I already gave you your fair warning. Who are you? The clown smiles sarcastically at you. Why, I'm Barnaby Bob, at your service, ma'am. You know what I mean. And if my estimation of your intelligence was not entirely off the mark, you already know the damn answer. You're wasting my time and yours, and you have precious little. What are you doing here? Straight to the heart of the matter. Well now, I had you pegged as a clever one, so why don't you tell me? You're here because of the cows. Perhaps you've got a brain rattling around in that skull of yours after all, girl. That's correct. The cows came home, as you say, and we followed them. Why? Why? Don't disappoint me now that you've impressed me, kid. Think about it. Your age-old enemy that you've been fighting since time out of mind ups and leaves? No farewell? No postcard? Wouldn't you want to know what the hell is going on? You don't know? Dear, oh dear. I've gone and said something I probably shouldn't have. Missy, you are treading on some dangerously thin ice right now. I hope you're thanking your lucky stars that I consider you to be essentially insignificant. I can hear those gears ticking in that 3-pound dog's dinner you call a brain, miss. Now, it's my turn to ask a question. How are you going to convince me that I shouldn't just make you disappear like a fart in a tornado? Well, make it good, Raine Twitch TV. Make it good, because you get one chance at this. Oh no. You need me. Do I now? And what, pray tell, do I need you for? My freak show is plentiful. There aren't enough of you to be an army. You're just a scouting party. You're reconnaissance. You're here to gather information. Yes. And? You can't do that efficiently. Not the way you guys look. You stand out too much. You need a human scout. Don't you play games with me, little girl. You are talking to Barnaby Bob, Duke of Hell, and I can make your worst personal nightmares look like a choir of softly singing angels. I'm serious. Look, I'm not your enemy, the cows are. And if you're after the cows, not humans, then you aren't my enemy either. The enemy of my enemy? Can't imagine we'll ever be friends, Bob, but so long as it's mutually profitable, I think we can come to an arrangement. You promise to leave the people of this world alone, and I'll tell you anything I find out about the cows. I gotta hand it to you, kid. You may well be the first human being to ever leave old Barnaby Bob speechless. We got a deal? Alright, I agree. We won't make any trouble for the humans. You bring me anything of interest you find about the cows. Hell, if it's good, I might even pay you. Good. You're a smart gal, Raine Twitch TV. You'd better be smart enough to know what'll happen if you double-cross me. Mama didn't raise a fool. Good for her. He shows you the map on his desk. There's a location circled in red not far from Dirtwater, marked Tannery. Let's look at you started. There's an old tannery a ways south of here. Oh, that place. I pretty much cleared it out already. Did you now? Well, I must say I admire your initiative. If you found anything interesting there, I'd sure appreciate a look-see. About half of Barnaby Bob's books are about juggling, balloon animal patterns, and other clown techniques. The other half are bound in human skin. Is there anything else at the tannery? Was there something that we missed? You notice a smoldering hole in the ground and recognize it as the habitat of the southeast western coal snake. They keep to themselves, mostly, but they're also known to enjoy a good fight if one is thrust upon them. Thrust one upon it. Oh, fuck, no contest. You put the snake back in the ground, though, in a slightly different sense. Hooray for prizes! Things for us. Is that really all I've got? There's a crate lying in the dust of the trail. It has a pickaxe stenciled on the side, but it isn't clear if that's to indicate contents, destination, or opening instructions. You pry the lid off the crate with your crowbar, so that's one of the possibilities eliminated. Ooh. Smelling salts is a good thing. And a medical gun. What the fuck is a medical gun? I have limited reserves of both time and patience, so I recommend you waste neither one, Raine Twitch TV. I checked out the tannery that you mentioned. Did you know? And what did you discover? A bunch of animated cow hides, plus a whole cow skeleton with leather just sort of draped over it. They were able to animate the leather? That's interesting, though not wholly unexpected. There's more to it. There was leather there that wasn't possessed, and we'd know if they could animate any old leather because of people's hats and stuff. I think it's just untanned hides. Well, now that is information worth knowing. How nice it is when an arrangement works out to mutual benefit. 250 meat. There's more where that came from if you can tell me more about this tanning process. There's a plant called cow's bane. They use it in tanning leather. Apparently, the cows hate it and attack anyone growing it. Fascinating. This is valuable information indeed. If you can provide me with a sample, or even a supply, I will reward you handsomely. You hesitate. Barnaby Bob will surely give you a lot of meat for these seeds, but depending on your priorities, there might be better uses for them. You tossed the pack of seeds onto Barnaby Bob's desk. Cowsbane seeds. This is probably the only packet you'll ever see. They're rare as hell. Hell is a lot more common than you seem to think, Raine Twitch TV, but I take your point, and I'll take these seeds with my undying gratitude. I'm looking for something a little bit more tangible. Barnaby Bob chuckles and pulls out a sack out of his desk. You gain 1,000 meat. Bob looks at you impatiently. I've killed some cows if you're interested in bounties. Yes, I will be delighted to pay you for proof of your kills, Raine Twitch TV. See what you brought me. You drop a bag of cow tongues on Barnaby Bob's desk with a loud wet noise. Well, at any rate, that's a few cows that won't be telling any more tales. Cow bangs. Well now, I'll have to fashion myself a necklace or something, I suppose. Brass rings. Ah, the shine of gold, made all the shinier by spite. Council fragments. Wait, no. All of the ungulate horns. Safe is warm to the touch, and you don't recognize the symbols on the dial. I want to give Reboot... Oops. I want to give... I think the only other one could be Melissa. Oh. Oh. Shit. Okay. I have 10 fingers. I should be able to wear at least 2 rings. 1 on each hand. Okay. Are the cultists considered demonic? I'm gonna Google that real quick. Because I mean, at the very least, they're spoopy. Maybe not. Boo. You don't do enough damage, though. 13 to 17. 18 to 20. Come on. The only bots allowed are my bots. No, 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 no. None of that. I need the AP. I think this is the best I got. Okay. We'll try the cultists again. We're gonna Red Bull first. Actually, I don't think I've inflicted self-care on you guys yet. So if I'm gonna self-care, so are you. Y'all know the drill. Hydrate or dihydrate, unshrimp those spines, and get a nice big stretch in because self-care is best care. Dun da da. Here we go. We're gonna try this again. I'm not sure how to make Gary a little beefier though. Wait, no. Oh, that's fine. Maybe I can just cheese it. I am not above such tactics. Oh, the grief they've given me. Take this, you bastard. Is it gonna work? So honestly, fuck these guys. Oh my god. You you managed to defeat all 8 of the cultists in a fair fight. Unless you cheated somehow. Did you cheat? A little bit. I mean, it's not cheating. I'm just that good. Oh, we gotta boost our muscle, do we? Fuck. I think we need to farm some parts. Because I need... Wait, is it... Maybe I can get a trapezoid thingy thing from the professor's house. Do I have enough scraps for the trapezoid thingy? Maybe? You give me batteries. Ooh. Your transponder bleeps at you, which only means one thing. Treasure or a fight. I guess that's really 2 things. Anyway, this time it turned out to be a fight. Specifically a fight with a large robot. Well, assuming you decide to fight it. Absolutely I do. fan hammer. That works. Where's the bracelet? I want the bracelet. Wait. Ah, I got it. Fucking. Okay, cool. Cool. As you're riding along, you're suddenly nearly bowled over by the smell of flowers. You follow your nose. Well, technically, you direct uppers too near to follow your nose, and find a delightful little home nestled among the trees. Check it out. Howdy. Howdy, stranger. Name's Raine. Howdy, Raine. I'm Olive. Olive Garden. That's... Isn't Olive Garden a restaurant? Nice garden you've got here, Olive. Why, thanks. Looks delicious. Oh, I don't grow them to eat. I just grow them to grow them. In fact, if you've got the know-how, you're welcome to harvest anything you'd like. Thank you. Sure thing, hun. Why, I'm always happy to meet another cactus aficionado. Did you know that there's more than 2,000 different breeds of cactus? All different shapes and sizes, and all different colors of flowers, too. I'll be. If you know what sort of cactus to look for, they'll help you to survive out in the desert for quite a while, too. They collect and store a lot of drinkable water and several varieties that bear edible fruit. Fascinating. And that's even before we get into their medical uses. Did you know if you sterilize cactus spines over hot coals, you can use them for sutures? Although, you have to be careful, because there's a couple of breeds whose spines are actually venomous. I'll be darned. Did you know that the saguaro cactuses, those are the tall ones with the arms that you probably picture when you think about cactuses, generally live to be about 160 or 170 years old, sometimes as old as 200 years. Heck, they aren't even considered adults until they're 125. You probably think I'm silly, but I kind of think these cactuses as pets. They're like my big, green, prickly children, though a lot easier to take care of, obviously. People probably think of me as that weird cactus lady that lives outside of town, but that doesn't matter to me so long as I've got my needle babies. You know, if you love cactuses so much, why don't you marry one? Raine, you are definitely not the first person that suggested that, and I'll tell you what, I would absolutely, positively marry a cactus if I could find one that wanted to marry me. Wait, but there is one that would marry you. Well, I'm gonna ransack your garden. I need forage in 3. God damn it. Okay. Cause Cactus Boy, over here. You happen across an abandoned crate, which apparently fell off of a wagon or something since the lid has been knocked loose. You know what that means? It's mine. All mine! You fish through the crate and help yourself to the contents, which appear to be mining gear, so you were even more right than you knew. Howdy, Bill. Howdy. Say, I don't reckon you found me a cactus lady yet. I have found just the gal for you, Bill. Do you mean it, Raine? Sure do. She's a cactus-loving lady by the name of Olive Garden, and she's a real peach. You give Cactus Bill directions out to Olive's ranch, and he hitches a ride on the very next passing stagecoach. Godspeed, Cactus Bill. Okay, I need to see how that plays out. I need to know. We gotta see it through to the end. You are approached by the shambling skeleton of a man with a lumber axe and a big bushy beard, so it's either the skeleton of a lumberjack or the skeleton of one of those Johnny-come-lately axe and beard fans. What? That's enough out of you. You chopped that skeleton down like dead wood. Well, exactly like that, pretty much. Yeehaw! Hey, Chris. How's it going? How's your day been? Welcome in. Hey, Bill. I see you found the place. I found the love of my life, and it's all thanks to you, right? You gotta be clocking 40 hours in this mess? I don't think we're at 40. I mean, I can tell you in just a second. I can give you a ballpark. 3. We're at about 16-ish hours, if my YouTube playlist is to be believed. That's like 40 in shrimp hours, not quite. I found the love of my life, and it's all thanks to you, right? Yes, thank you. It was love at first sight. We got married right away. Hello? Thank you so much for the follow, Goose of Time. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay. Get followed. Trying. But welcome in. If you like to chat, I love chatting. If you prefer to lurk, lurkers are the backbone of TikTok. But welcome to the chaos. Get followed at Grandma's house. Perhaps not at Grandma's house. Well, I'm just glad to have helped someone find happiness in this desolate wasteland. Good luck to you both. Okay, now let me level up foraging so I can get the rest of this shit. I do not chat. I only honk. Honk! Oh, honk away, Goose. Honk away. But welcome. How's your day been? Ugh. Honk honk. Okay. So we cheesed our way through that, and I don't even really feel bad about it, to be honest. You find a crate lying by the side of the trail, its lid knocked loose. It has fell off the back of a cart limited, stenciled on the side, which seems a bit on the nose, but hey, free stuff is free stuff. You fish through the crate and help yourself to the meager, but free, contents. Lasso, canteen, and a rancher's pistol. A rancher's pistol, eh? Oh, this isn't where I wanted to go. But what does the rancher's pistol do? Oh, I don't need that hat anymore. for my hats. I want dynamite, Dan. We're gonna load up on dynamite. You pass an abandoned campsite and an old crate catches your eye. On closer inspection, you find it's nailed shut. Maybe the campers used it to sit on and then forgot to take it with them? Their loss is your gain. If you have a crowbar to pry it open with, I sure do. You crack open that walnut and help yourself to the delicious nut meats inside. Nut meats? Excuse me? Got a lock, length of rope, bar of soap, blood tonic, and surgical gin, in a manner of speaking. Okay. Dynamite Dan! I will take that. Thank you. Oh, wait, no. Step back. He was the weird, creepy serial killer dude, wasn't he? I wonder if he figured out that we bamboozled him. Oh, no, he's still asleep. Which one was the one that we were able to mine parts, vibrato parts for? Was it Coleridge? Maybe not. Maybe. You hate the spiral. We hate all of the spirals, it would seem. Because it was near the professor, wasn't it? The stupid walking never gets old. The machine is dark. There's a circular hole at the bottom. The screen says, Cholacto Kuzcro? And there's a button at the bottom labeled Oseve Cholecho? What's in here? The machine on this side of that weird transport thing is busted. There's a piece here that's pretty obviously broken. Ooh. It's purring like a kitten. A giant, untrustworthy, alien, mechanical kitten. I'm so confused. But I'm here for it. Oh, yeah, okay. This is the farming place. Okay. I can work with this. game's out of ideas if the mobs are just shapes. Well, they're like robot things. Cool, cool, cool. I love the fan hammer. Anyways, what have you been getting up to with the rest of your weekend, Chris? Just published the issue, shaking my head. I'll repost it later. I try to repost. But unfortunately, my Twitter feed gets clogged with garbage. You know, the usual of the Bird app. I wonder why that one didn't try and attack. Okay, but what is the next skill to level up now? 'Cause I would really like it to be foraging. No. Okay. I don't have any needles? Oh, that makes me sad. Okay. Well, shit. We can try and brute force it again. Now that I have all of the dynamite. Oh hey, you found a crate. You found your crate. You don't remember losing a crate, but it must be yours because it has mine stenciled on the side. You pry off the lid of your crate and reclaim all your lost and forgotten possessions. Oh, goodness. Alright, dynamite. Teehee. Thank you, Dynamite Dan. You absolute legend. Oh, goodness. I should feel bad and I don't. Good job, Gary. You single-handedly defeated all 8 of those skeletons. Hey! Sorry, I mean you single-handedly defeated all 9 of those skeletons. Good job, Gary. Uh-oh. Well, there's a big old pillar of skulls blocking your path. There was bound to be one of these in here, right? Excuse me, fellas. I need to get past here. The skulls hiss and chitter and giggle at you. So, it's a no then. Skellies formed an amalgamation of Scullies? The creativity in this game is a trip. Mustache! How's it going? Welcome in. How's your day been? No! pillar of skulls knock you ass over tea kettle, and both your ass and your tea kettle fell out the window. Fell out the window of the tower. Aww. You wake up the next morning in your bed. Gary must have carried you back here after you got knocked out. You're a little sore, but not otherwise any worse for wear. Pretty hungry and sober. Fuck. Do I still have a lava lamp? Wait, go back. I do. Pretty chill day. Got a bit of much needed rest. Fantastic. I'm so glad. We do love a chill day. Well, I guess since it's the next day, we can try guessing the daughter's name again. You pass by a pile of old bones. When you stop to examine them, they assemble into a skeleton. Just a regular old skeleton with nothing special about it, except for the fact that it's attacking you. And now that I think about it, even that isn't particularly special. What a humdrum encounter. Fight it! Whoa, kind of beefy for a skeleton, actually. How has your weekend been starting? So far, it's been good. I have a Red Bull. I have some sparkling iced tea. I have Timbits. I'm doing great. You returned the skeleton to the pile of bones from whence it came. Good. Oh, and I was productive. I got my roots bleached today, so letting my hair rest, and then I'm gonna dye it. We'll refresh my dye tomorrow. Okay, so I think the only other one it could have been is Melissa, because I took notes last night. And Melissa, I think, is the only other one that is the same age as one of the Beckys. Melissa? No? Are you serious? What, who else could it be? Is there another Becky that I missed? Rebecca. Peggy. Biff. Bob. Pearl. Becky, who is 24. I have that one written down. Little Becky. She was 16. First Becky, 37. Wait. 57, 67. 38. Okay, so I have her written down. First Becky, Fiona, Faye, Paula, Patricia, Penelope, Margaret, Adeline, Faith, Fidelity, Vera, Meredith, Madeline, Margaret, Mezzo Becky, 38, 48, 58, 68, 78, 88, 50. Yeah, so I have her. So it's not Melissa. Is there another Becky that I've missed? Okay. Pamela. Because they need to have been born between 37 and 42. The name needs to be longer than 7 letters, according to the diary that we found. Oh. Okay. 22, 20, 40. No. Leslie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Looks like they're all just named Rip, right? Penelope's. Nope. Patricia. We already guessed Patricia, and that was a no. Becky. Paula. Lenore. Fiona. 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. No. 2. No. Doesn't. No. 36. No. 34. 36. 16. 37. But her name doesn't end with a vowel. Mezzo Becky. Magdalene? How old is Magdalene? Magdalene would be 23. But we don't have a Becky that's 23. There's only 24 tombstones. Are we missing a grave? Is there another Becky in here? Oh, dead Tom. I'm gonna be annoyed if there's another Becky in here that we missed. We helped him out. Do I even have safe Kraken? That's true. Dune! Hello! It has been a while. I am doing my best. How are you though? It's good to have you in. How's your day been? I don't have safe cracking at all. That's not ideal. That's not good. Also doing my best. Yeah, yeah. TKO Mike! Thank you for the hydrate. Y'all know the drill. Hydrate or dihydrate. Because self-care is best care. Red Bull counts as hydrating, right? Day has been good though. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, these jokers named Rip. There's gotta be another There's gotta be one that we're missing. But that's okay. Will Dynamite Dan have more dynamite for us to buy? Maybe? What? Something at the side of the road catches your attention. It's a slumped over skeleton wearing a wizard hat. I think you'll agree that's reasonably attention-getting. The skeleton lifts her skull and peers at you. She holds up a rusty old can of beans, and scrapes her thumb and bone fingers across her first 2 finger bones. Scrapes her thumb bone across her first 2 finger bones in the universal gesture for a financial transaction. I haven't got any use for a can of beans. I do notice that you're sporting a shiny gold tooth there, though. The skeleton blinks at you. Wait, no. The skeleton looks at you, but you get the sense that she would have blinked if she could. She shrugs, wrenches the tooth out of its socket, and tosses it to you, then waves you away. Guess she figures she doesn't have any use for it anyhow. Can I buy more dynamite from you? Aww. No. Oh, my stomach is empty again. So that means... Let's see. So I can do 6 potions. guess... I've got 10 AP at the moment. Probably gonna be best I can do. Okay. Alright, we'll give that one more go. Try again. Oh, my pistol damage is... Why is my pistol damage so bad? Oh, that's not good. That is decidedly not good. Oh, I'm gonna get bodied. No. Yeah. Shit. We might be... I think we might be at the point where it's gonna take too long for me to grind to be able to do anything else, so I feel like this is a good point to hit that credit scene, and we're only at 10:30, so I don't have a battery. It's only 10:30, so I feel like we could just swap on over to Shadows over Loathing. That seems like a good choice. Well, Brotato it is, Rip. Looks like somebody on that train got a job as the projectionist. Would you like to watch this movie? It's free because movies have only recently been invented and nobody has figured out that they can charge for them yet. Note, doing this will not change anything about the world or your character. When the cutscene is over, you'll still be right here, and you can keep playing if you want. Show me the final cutscene! Some folks say endings don't matter. But other folks, they like to know how things turn out. The consequences of their actions, like. With the trains running again, Frisco thrived. People came from all over to seek their fortunes, but thanks to you, they didn't have to do it while on fire because some cow attacked their wagon. With the railroad completed and Norton ousted, Smee found himself out of a job, but in of an opportunity. After being elected mayor, he managed the growth and infrastructure of Frisco with compassion and pragmatism. In 1944, Frisco was named the most reasonable city by the Tuesday Evening Post. After you got settled in, Gary climbed to the top of the tallest building in Frisco and shot spores every which way. They say his descendants still roam the West to this day. Look at all of the Garys! Amazing. Gun Manor never reopened. Ghosts roamed its halls for centuries, deprived of a reckoning. Yeah, that, After she finished getting the bakery boys up and running, Louise moved to Frisco and opened her own shop specializing in artisanal breads and pies. Aww. Thanks to your assistance, Hobart Buppert got the photography bug, or should we say the photography owl. Anyway, he opened an art gallery so the citizens of Frisco would never again have to suffer from the inability to see pictures of owl skeletons whenever they wanted. Kurtz left the fort and set up shop in Frisco. His fitness group skyrocketed in popularity. The growth was entirely due to word of mouth, because the first rule of Kurt's Fit is that you cannot stop talking about Kurt's Fit. You solved all of Breadwood's problems. With the increase in morale and civic resources, they were able to clear the weeds from the road and fix the well and the broken hitching post. There was even enough left over to give the mayor's office a new coat of paint, refresh the facade on the Buttery Biscuit, and add a second story to the bunkhouse. They even managed to get that horse into rehab. Aww. Beautiful. And look at our sober horse. Olive Garden and Cactus Bill lived happily ever after. They even had a few young'uns. I don't want to know how that came to be. Though there are some questions that we don't need answers to. Chuck continued to run his blood and breakfast without incident, accident, scandal, or allegation for many years. No! You won four of the reenactment scenarios at Fort Memoriam. They still talk about you. Remember when that Raine gal came through here? Yeah, she was really, really good at this game. Do we have any more root beer? With your help, Roy Bean's Jelly Bean Museum became the talk of the town. Well, first they had to build a town nearby, but once they did, whoo-wee! You were remembered as a local hero in Dirtwater. Thanks to your efforts, it became twice the town it was before you got there. They even put a statue of you on the main street. It washed away the first time it rained because they made it out of salt, but still, it's the thought that counts, right? As for you, after your adventure, you settled in Frisco and bought a very long, very narrow house. You filled it with souvenirs of your exploits and started an antique hat rack collection. When you left home, you told Rufus you wanted to help people. Over the course of your adventure, you helped 57 people. You weren't whistling Dixie when you declared your intentions. If you had been Catholic, they definitely would have sainted you if you had asked. But you wouldn't have asked, because you wouldn't want to be any trouble. Oh, I don't have all the hats. Oh my god, there's so many hats that I didn't get. Shit. The spittoon hat. Oh god. In 1906, all of the remaining cows in the West were simultaneously activated by some kind of signal from hell. They thundered east, forming a gigantic, single-minded herd, led by the infernal sadist Duke Bovicus? The cow army thundered east toward Dirtwater. Fortunately, Barnaby Bob's gang of rodeo clowns swept in at the last minute and slaughtered the herd just before it reached Dirtwater. Unfortunately, all of the townsfolk of Dirtwater had a hard time sleeping for pretty much the rest of their lives. Seriously, it was a grisly sight. 420 years later, deep beneath the ground, ancient machines silently stopped doing the things they were built to do. That's probably fine. You and everybody you know are dead by then, and most of humanity has moved to space. Still, though, it's a shame about the planet. There were some cool bars there. Thank you for playing. Credits. Alright. Well, that was West of Loathing. Alright, let's see. Yeah, so we're only at about 10:30, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a couple minute break just so I can get everything reset. And then when we come back, we're gonna pop into Shadows over Loathing. Can we get the word thing to work? That is certainly the question, is it not? Ugh. I don't understand why it makes me re-add it every single time. Keep barely missing the Pokemons. Oh no! There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna set up words. You guys can play for a few minutes while I just get everything reset, and we'll be back shortly with Shadows over Loathing.